so we can get you off in a good time. So joining us tonight, we have myself, co-owner of Illumination Pros. We have Dan, co-owner of Illumination Pros. We have Shannon, who is our sales and marketing manager. We have Bernie, who is our lead installer. So I'm going to jump right in, and this is our story. So most people think outdoor lighting is about seeing things at night, making things brighter. However, it's not. It's about the feeling of coming home and having your house welcome you back. It's about looking outside in the evening and seeing beauty instead of darkness. It's about creating an outdoor experience for your own peace and enjoyment. It's creating an environment to entertain family and friends. It's creating a property that feels warmer, safer, more elegant, and more alive after the sun goes down. Resort style, if you want to think of it that way. And that's why we created Illumination Pros. We saw so many beautiful homes disappear at night. The architecture faded, landscape vanished. The details that made the property so special during the day were simply just lost in darkness. So we believe that there was a better way, and not by adding more light, but to reveal what's already beautiful and to transform the way it feels to create a nighttime experience people can enjoy every single evening. So this is who we are. We are designers, creators, craftsmen, installers. We are a company helping people experience their home in a whole new way. But more than that, we are human. We're not AI. We are husbands, wives, fathers, mothers, sons, daughters. We are family and friends. So I'm going to go through and talk a little bit about the different types of lighting. So we have architectural lighting, we have landscape lighting, we have permanent lighting, we have traditional lighting. So I'm going to go through and educate on what that is, so you know when we're talking about these types of lighting, exactly what that means. The biggest takeaway from today will probably be going through our designing process, so you understand how to design or what to look for in companies that do want to do designing or landscape lighting or permanent lighting. And we got some great examples for you today. So with that said, architectural lighting, it is walls, stone, brick, columns, peaks, entryways, textures, roof lines, and structural detail. Landscape lighting, think of it more as your greenery. So your trees, your gardens, your shrubs, pathways, steps, retaining walls, driveways, outdoor living spaces, water features such as pools and ponds. Then we have our permanent lighting and our traditional lighting. So permanent lighting, invisible during the day, bright and vibrant at night. It's installed along the roof line of your house or architectural edges. It's controlled by an app with 16 million different colors and presets. Bulbs are rated IP68, and what that means is that they are 100% waterproof. They're actually submersible in water. Other companies and some of our competitors have bulb ratings of IP67. So think of that as more splash proof or water resistant, but they are not submersible and they are not waterproof. These lights last 25 plus years, 50,000 plus hours, used for holidays, game days, celebrations, events, and everyday accent lighting. For an example, pot lights. Your traditional lighting that's been around for 50 years, it's more visible during the day. They are string lights, so you can see them, obviously. They're put on by clips. You don't have control over them. You're running extension cords. They're seasonal setup and takedown. They're limited color, and they're limited flexibility depending on the product. Okay, so that's just a quick overview between architectural lighting, landscape lighting, permanent, and traditional. So here's why you might need landscape or permanent lighting. So with landscape lighting, like I mentioned earlier, most homes disappear at night. So landscape lighting helps solve that. It allows your home to keep telling its story after dark. So clients need landscape lighting because their homes should not lose its beauty when the sun goes down. A professionally designed lighting system brings the property to life at night, and it allows the homeowners to enjoy more of what they've already invested in. Your home is one of your biggest investments, so why not enjoy it during the day as well as in the evening? Permanent lighting, it solves a totally different problem. So it removes the yearly stress, risk, and inconvenience of the seasonal decorating while giving the homeowner far more flexibility. There's no more ladders, there's no more tangled strands, no more scheduling, setup and takedown every year. There's no more temporary look, no more extension cords. So instead, you get a clean year-round system that is ready whenever you want to celebrate, and it's not just for Christmas. So those are just a few ideas of why you might consider landscape lighting and permanent lighting. So why us? Why our products and why our service? Because you don't just need fixtures, you need a professional who can turn darkness into design. A beautiful result comes from, first of all, knowing what to light, reliable technology, knowing what to leave in the shadows, clean installation, creating balance instead of glare or hot spots, discreet daytime appearance, designing for curb appeal, mood, and function, as well as thoughtful placement of those fixtures, installing everything cleanly and correctly, a reputable company, fine tuning the effect after dark, professional support. And the majority of fixtures that we use have a CRI, which stands for color rendering index, of 90% to 98%. So, what that means is that the higher the number, the more accurately the light reveals the true color of what you are lighting, making it look richer and more natural at night. So, for example, you take a Japanese maple, for example, there might be four different colors of red. A CRI or a light that has a CRI of 98% will pull each color of red from that leaf or from that tree. Okay, so you're going to get to see the true colors versus maybe a Home Depot light that has a CRI of 70%. It's going to blur and make it look like one red tree. Same with greenery. If you have a green maple or maybe an evergreen and you get 3 to 4 different colors of green, a higher CRI is going to pull each color from that tree, which is going to make that tree pop, stand out, and look absolutely stunning versus a lower end light. We design not just to install, but we design nighttime environments. We truly care about giving you a great outdoor lighting and living experience that is more than just putting lights in the ground. We help homeowners reveal the best part of their property with intention, elegance, and precision. So we use premium fixtures built for long-term performance, durability, and beauty in real outdoor conditions. So this means a lighting system that not only looks better today, but continues to perform and age better over time. So it's not just the visible fixtures. There's a lot of things that go into why our products and service might be a little bit better than what's on the market. And a lot of it has to do with obviously the type of fixtures we use, but it's also our wiring and it's our connections, it's the transformer, it's our installation method, it's our designing method, it's the reliability of the whole system. And we're going to get into that a little bit more and some of the technical stuff in just a second. Okay. So we do not compete by being the cheapest. We compete by delivering a result that looks better, lasts longer, and feels more intentional from every angle. So here's some examples of this one's a permanent lighting. If you look at the left, you can see the two tracks, and this was done by a competitor. You can see how they kind of just butt the ends up at the corner versus what we do on the right. We actually cut, measure the track, and bend it at a 90-degree angle, so you get a nice clean cut and it's continuous. Okay. Another example, again, the left, another competitor. You can see the wire coming up over the fascia into the soffit. Where we hide 100% of the wire, you do not see it. They're nice, clean cuts. We have a technique there where we jump it inside the soffit, we fish the wire through. It's invisible. You don't see it. Your home's expensive. You spend a lot of money, so you might as well, do it right the first time and have a great product versus something that looks a little bit shady, I would say. I'm going to show you a next example on the next slide, which is a house we did in December. So we got called to fix this problem. The one on the left, you can see they are Govee lights. They are white. You can see the round bulbs. You can see the string. Nothing is hidden. This is a 12,000 square foot, $20 million home, and they put those lights up, or they hired someone to come put them up. Paid a fair bit money, and then we had to come and fix the problem. So we did. So the bottom right corner, you'll see our product. It's a black aluminum track. It matches the soffit. It's invisible from the road. We took a picture from the road. You can't see those lights, but at night they're going to pop. They're nice and clean, and they look professional. And we're absolutely proud of this job, and it's amazing. So this is what's out there, and this is a part of why we're doing what we're doing. We're trying to get our name out there even more, so people don't make the same mistake as the picture on the left. Okay, so here's probably going to be your biggest takeaway of the night, and it's our design philosophy. And this is what separates good from great. So our design philosophy is first, you have to start with knowing what you want. So as a homeowner, you have to ask yourself, what is it that you want? What do you want to feel when you pull into your driveway at night? What areas of your property matter the most to you? Is your priority beauty? Is it curb appeal? Is it safety? Is it security? Is it entertaining? Is it all of the above, which is great? Um, are there certain features that you want highlighted? So for example, in your front yard, you could have a beautiful blue spruce that's, 50, 60 feet tall. You want that lit up. You might have a beautiful red maple. So there might be some features, maybe it's a pond or something in your home that you want specifically, to have light on to make them pop and stand out. So make sure you take note of that. Are there any areas that you want to keep maybe softer or darker? Um, so walk your property. You do a slow guided walkthrough of the front, the sides, the backyard, pathways, gardens, trees, the architectural details, seating areas, water features, ponds and pools, as well as dark problem areas at night. So you're simply just identifying what deserves attention and what does not. Then you divide your property into zones. So you can do it an easy way. It's kind of front, middle, back. Or what we do is we divide the zones into front, driveway approach, walkways and steps, garden beds, trees, backyard entertaining, pools and water features, and then perimeter and security areas. Once we have those zones laid out, we establish a goal for each zone. And every zone should have a purpose. So, for example, the front, it's kind of like your curb appeal. So it should be elegant. The walkways, they need to be for safety and navigation. So you can walk safely from either car to home, home to car, or maybe side door to the backyard, backyard to patio, whatever it might be. You want to make sure that it's well lit for safety and as well to help you navigate. Trees, you want to light trees for drama, height, and depth, and various fixtures can create that look. Patios, you want it to be warm and an entertaining atmosphere. Side yards are more for security, visibility, and safety. So after you have your zones and you have the purpose, you want to design in layers, not just single fixtures here. Again, we don't just want to put a light fixture here to create brightness. It has to be intentional. And this is where real design separates itself from basic installation. So when you think of layers, think of like the ambient lighting. So the soft, warm glow, accent lighting to maybe accentuate a path or a stone wall or, maybe the peaks of your house. And then you want safety and depth. So if you have a yard, you can put lights closer to the back if you have trees to show the depth of your property and really light it up. So you do kind of get that resort type feeling. A beautiful design will feel composed, not cluttered. Remember, you're painting with a contrast, not flooding everything with bright light. And another key point is to choose focal points first. So you want to point out those trees, entryways, walkways, those special things that you want lit up first. Okay. Then here is a pro tip. You have to decide what not to light. And this is one of the most professional steps. You want to leave some areas that are darker so that it highlights other areas and it feels more dramatic. Okay, so the next step would be select the right fixtures, and Dan's going to go through that in just a little bit. But you want to select the right fixture type for each application. So you have to match the tool to the effect. And again, Dan's going to go over these in just a little bit more detail. But you have up lights, down lights, path lights, wash lights, hardscape lights, and then you have specialty lights. Every light will have a different beam spread, which Dan's going to talk about. And when every light serves a purpose, the system feels intentional, balanced, and truly luxurious. So think about viewing areas next. So a brilliant design should look beautiful from every angle that people will experience it. So you want to check views from the street, obviously. That's your curb appeal. You want to check views from driveway arrival. So when people pull up to your house, when you pull up to the house, you want to look from your front door out towards the street so you can see how that looks. You want to be inside your house and looking through your main interior windows, maybe looking into your backyard, or maybe you have a side yard that's really nice. And you want to make sure that you can see the beauty from every angle, both outside your house as well as inside your house. The backyard seating area is really important because when the sun goes down and you're sitting outside, you want to make sure that you feel that peace, that enjoyment. Um, Patios and decks, you want to walk around and see what that looks like at night. You want to see what that looks like as the sun goes down. You want to see, where you can maybe add more light, areas of darkness, areas that might be, maybe too lit up, they're too bright. So you want to maybe tone them down a little bit so you can get the atmosphere that you want. And then after you have steps 1 through 9, you build the final map. And once that concept is clearly defined, it's going to include the fixture location. It's going to include fixture type, beam spread of each light, the lamp output, amps and voltage amps. And Dan might go into that because that's a big misconception on amps versus voltage amps. If he doesn't, we'll touch base on it when he's done. Transformer location, wire routing. So you need a map of where the wires are routed, simply for a couple of reasons. One, if you ever want to dig in your yard, you want to know where those wires are buried. And two, if you ever sell your house, you want to make sure you tell the next homeowner where those lights are buried so they don't have any issues later on. And you want to label every zone, okay? And then how you're controlling the lights. There could be an app, it could be analog dial, transformer, it could also be through various different transformers or Wi-Fi controlled, okay? So I will say that the magic isn't in the tools, it's in the hand, the mind that guide them. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Dan, and he's going to walk through some technical, I guess, things on lights, connections, beam spread, and stuff like that. So take it away, Dan.
All right, thanks, Mike. So to start off, we've done a numerous installs, and I've been called to repair some installs also. And some of the things we've come across are the do not use these type of wire morettes, or the ones that are colored, the yellow, green, and red, and the ones you see on the right. These are meant for interior home for wiring and are not waterproof, even though we've come across that some have had duct tape and Ziploc bags to them. Those are not waterproof. So do not use those. If you're going to do yourself, what most people do use are the greased filled morettes. These are mostly used, they are waterproof, but they eventually dry up and the wires are hand twisted. So if you're going to use those, you got to make sure that you do a tug test to make sure that they are tight and don't come apart. Um, but the ones that we prefer using, I just dropped something, my apologies, are the drum connectors or the heat shrink connectors. And the reason why we prefer these ones is they're crimped. So I'm not sure if you can see, but these are not coming apart no matter how hard you pull. And that's why we prefer using these. And they're also a gas tight connection and is a so tight that the air is not present between the two wire joints. and they actually end up lasting a long, long time. And those are the best connectors that we mostly use all the time, and we recommend. Um, you can change the slide. I'm not sure who's got control of it. All
Yeah,
right,
it's
and we're going to talk about Kelvin color temperature. So as you can see, landscape lighting will vary between 5,000 K to 2,700 K. Now, most landscaping lights will be the 3,000 K and the 2,700 K. Those are the ones that are mostly used in landscape. On the right, you're going to see that we're shining a light on a white wall. The same power of lamp, but one's a 2,700K, which the one on the left, and the one on the right is a 3,000K. You can see that the 3,000K shows white on the white wall, and the 2,700K, even though it's the same white wall, appears to be yellow. So that's why it's a big difference between 2,700K and the 3,000K. So depending on what type of atmosphere or ambiance you're going with, is going to decide which Kelvin you want to use for your backyard. If you're looking for more of a relaxing atmosphere, very calm setting in the backyard, you would mostly tend to use a 2,700K as opposed to a 3,000K. So those are little things you got to keep in mind while selecting the fixture you're going to use for your project. Beam spread. So there's so many different types of beam spreads from 8 degree, 25, 40, 60, 100, and 120. On this one here, we're just showing different beam spreads. So the 8 degree beam spread is a very narrow beam spread, which is very good for pillars, tight columns, and it'll actually push the light further up than the 40 beam spread. The one you would mostly use for trees are the 40 degree and the 60 degree beam spread. I guess it all depends also how tall the tree is and how far you're going to put the fixture on to light it up. And sometimes you may end up having to use more than one fixture to do the job. So you got to keep that in mind. And if you're using the 120 beam spread, that's mostly used for signs, small shrubs, stone wall, something that needs an even spread further out, as that doesn't necessarily need the height. That's the one thing that you got to keep in mind. So we're going to talk about exactly different types of fixtures and what they're used for. So the uplight, the one at the top left, that's the most popular type of landscape lighting, and it's called a spotlight. And it's placed into the ground and aim upwards to light the trees, sculptures, or a house. Depending on the size of the tree, you will decide the location and the amount of fixtures you will need to do the proper job. Fixtures can be placed usually around 18 inches away from the tree trunk. Again, there is a flexibility there. If you put it too close, you will too close to the tree trunk, you're going to miss part of the canopy of the tree. And if you put it too far, you're going to miss the trunk, and then it'll seem like the tree's floating in the air, which you don't want. So we got to make sure you put it in the right spot. And a lot of times, if you have a smaller tree, you may start off with one fixture, and as the green matures, you're going to add a second fixture up to a third fixture, and so on and so forth. The well light is very similar to the uplight. The only thing that's different is this one is dug into the ground. So in high traffic areas, or if there's no flower beds, you would put them in the grass, so that way you can actually cut the grass over it, and the kids can still play, and no issues about damaging the fixture. Then we have the downlight. So the downlight looks very similar to the uplight, except it's specifically made to be upside down. You cannot use a uplight to replace the downlight fixture because it's not meant to, well, water will get into it and it'll ruin the fixture itself. So you have to use a downlight fixture for this application. And the downlight is usually mounted as high in the tree, about 25 to 30 feet in the air, and it casts a light through the branches and leaves. And the higher the light, the softer will be. So it gives you some nice shadowing on the ground. And then we have some picture to show you that. Actually, well, on the right, actually you can see kind of the shadowing on the ground. That is caused by the shadows, which is nice. The wash light are used to softly light up plants, boulders, and signage. And again, that's the one that's got the very wide beam spread. It gives you a nice soft light like we use in these pictures here. Path light. So path lights can be used to light an actual pathway, and it can also be used to light flower beds, plants, and boulders. For a walkway, you can stagger the fixtures or create a symmetrical look, and by placing the fixtures 6 to 10 feet apart from each other. The biggest thing you got to make sure when you're lighting upstairs is you do not want to hand up having shadows. On the picture that shows there, there is a little bit of shadowing, so you have to be careful. So if you're going to do it, make sure there's no shadows, because what happens is if we've had customers that want to sometimes don't have the budget to light up everything, and they want us to skip stairs, and that's the worst thing you can do for safety reasons. Because if you step a stair when you're going down, you're not going to see it. It becomes a danger area. So you got to be careful of that and be aware of that. Um, for the step and deck lighting, this lighting is for high traffic areas, steps, walls, and decks and walkways. And they're usually core drilled or drilled through walls and steps. And then we're at the marker lights. So these lights can be used for walkways, driveways, and docks, just to name a few locations. And the biggest thing with these ones, you can drive over them in a vehicle, you can walk over them. There's no issues about that. That's what they're meant to do. And these are usually, again, core drilled and drilled through the walls and steps. As you can see the picture on the left, I mean, that's a nice walkway, but if there's no light, we have a before and after picture that we're going to show you, and it makes a big difference at night. We can get to those pictures here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a before and after, just to give you an idea as to the before and after. I mean, if you're going to go outside and hang out, which one would you prefer, where there's light or there's no light? When we did this install, the homeowner were so excited, they ended up going inside, getting a glass of wine, and they just wanted to sit and just enjoy and just hang out. So that's when you know we've done a good job, is when they're appreciative of that and enjoying it already. Um, yeah, there's the before and after of the walkway. Light will make a big difference. It'll seem inviting, and you're going to want to come out and just hang out, and it's just a beautiful picture. Um, this is one again, um, before and after pictures. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I know which one I would want to hang out in.
Yeah, big difference.
And the next picture, so this is a phase one of a job that we did to meet the budget. Customer wanted some lights just to show where the, well, just to be more inviting to come home to. And we're going to be going back and lighting a little bit more lighting in front of the walkway. And we got to do also a few more lights in the back of the house. But what we're saying is that every time we do a job, we're always thinking in phases. So if you're hiring somebody to do a job for you, always make sure that they leave room for expansion on their transformer. We always do this because we know whenever someone has lights, they always want to add more down the line. So that's a job we're going to go back to this year and just expand on their project.
Perfect. Thanks, Dan. So I'm going to go over some key questions to ask any lighting company. And the first one is, do you have insurance? If they say no, it's a huge red flag. Do not hire them. If they say yes, ask specifically how much liability insurance they do carry, with 2 million, being the very minimum least amount that they should have. And if you want to go one step further, ask to see their policy and vet them and to make sure they are telling you the truth. This is a big one, and not a lot of people think about this or even ask this question. But do they carry WSIB insurance? Why this is so important is because if they don't carry it and they get hurt on your property, or one of their employees falls off a ladder and gets hurt while they're working on your property, you can be held responsible for their well being for a very long time, and it can cost you a lot of money down the road. Okay. So that's a big question. You always want to make sure you ask, do they have WSIB? And again, ask them to prove it. Uh, can you walk me through your design philosophy? Ask them this. Can you explain how and why and where you're putting each light fixture? And this will tell you if they're a design first company looking out for your own best vision and purpose, or are they just selling you fixtures? Uh, Four, what does your installation process look like in terms of wire protection and long-term maintenance access? So the difference in years of beauty and years of headache and hassle will come down to how the wires are protected, how they are connected. Like Dan mentioned, are they gel-filled morettes or are they the drum connectors crimped or heat shrink? You want to make sure they're 100% waterproof for many, 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 many years. And how are the wires routed and where are they documented? So you want to make sure that they will tell you where they're routed and that they're going to draw you a detailed map. What materials and fixture construction do you use, and how will that hold up long term in our Canadian climates? So premium companies will use brass or high end marine grade construction, occasionally some aluminum. Okay. If you use a cheaper light fixture, over time it's going to fade, corrode, crack, and fail. Do you offer ongoing support, service, and system expandability? Dan just mentioned that. Again, lighting is a living system, and this question ensures that the company is built for long term care and not just one and done transactions. So you want to make sure that one, they know exactly what your vision is, what your budget is, whether you're going to do, zone 1 and 2 is phase one, zone 3 and 4 is going to be phase two, and in 3 years you're going to do 4, 5, and 6, whatever it might be. So you want to make sure you ask these questions. Again, they're very, very important, and this will help you decide who you want to work with in the future. So we're coming to the end of our presentation, and we're going to get to some Q&A. However, for joining the webinar today, we do have a gift slash offer, and that offer is a free custom lighting design consultation for landscape and or permanent lighting. So we didn't get as many people as we were hoping on this call. However, we're still glad and appreciative for those that did show up. So book your consultation from tonight's webinar and you will receive a complimentary custom lighting design for your home valued at $500. So we will map out exactly what fixtures to use and where, the type of fixture, the connections. We will have it all laid out for you. This is more than just a quote. We'll walk your property with you. We'll identify the key focal points, create custom lighting vision for your home, so you can clearly see what is possible before moving forward. Okay. Now, if you decide to move forward with us, we have another bonus, and we're going to give you a free transformer for your lights valued at $500 for either landscape or permanent lighting. So whichever you're interested in, you have one free free design consultation. If you go ahead with us, you're getting a free transformer for either landscape lighting or permanent lighting. So with that said, I'll open it up. I know we don't have as many people as we were hoping for. This is being recorded, so we will send it out to them. However, if you want to unmute yourself and ask any questions, now would be a great time. If not, Shannon will be in touch with you on how to take advantage of our offer. So any questions? I will take that silence as a no. Okay. So that is the end of our slideshow. Let's exit. Shannon, are you still there? Okay, perfect. I was just trying to bring up, I'm still sharing here, but I guess I have to bring this up to stop sharing and go to Zoom. Okay, perfect. Oh, sharing is okay. Um, okay. Steve or Tracy, do you guys have any questions before we let you go?
No questions on my end. Everything was pretty straightforward.
Okay. Did you learn anything?
I did, and you've got me thinking more.
Okay. Well, we're going to reach out. And like I said, if you want us to come out, there's no strings attached. We're definitely going to do a design for you. It's what we love to do. It's what we're passionate about. And it's what we're really good at. But we will help you out. We'll work with any budget. And like I said, if you don't use us, at least you have some things that now you can carry forward. So,
Perfect. Thank you guys very much.
okay. Thank you, Tracy.
Dennis, Stephen, any questions? Or did you find it informative?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I don't know how to do this.
Good.
Oh, yes.
We can hear somebody. KH iPhone.
Sorry, I don't know how I'm doing this stuff to do
Oh,
this.
that's okay. Did you have any questions or
Well, I got caught up at work, so I missed the beginning. So
okay.
you said you're going to send out
We are
a
going to send
video
it
so
to
I
the
can
kids.
catch the
Yes,
first part?
absolutely. Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
Okay, perfect. So I'll watch that and then I'll be in touch.
Excellent.
absolutely.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Kelly Hilkowicz. K. Hilkowicz.
Yeah.
Kelly Hilkowicz.
Thanks, Kelly.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Do you have any questions, Stephen? You're muted if we can't hear you. Sorry.
There, how's that?
That's good.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. No, I feel bad because we missed the whole seminar where I was booking flights with Air Canada and I went, oh my God, Heather, we missed the seminar.
It's all good.
So yeah, you're gonna send it out, which is
We
great.
are. Yeah,
And then we'll see you guys on Saturday.
absolutely. Yes.
Fantastic. Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Thanks, Stephen.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'll watch the video and I'm sorry?
Hobokonk.
Yeah, Copaconk. That's it. Got a flight from Toronto to Copaconk.
Yeah.
No, but I'll watch the seminar and we definitely have some questions for you on Saturday. We're looking forward to you guys coming out.
Perfect. Thanks,
Excellent.
Stephen.
Awesome. All
You
right,
have a great
guys.
night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, I think we're good, guys. Bernie, did you have any questions? You're muted.
No, I'm all good. I think it's good. Yeah, good presentation and send it out to some people to have a look at it. It's great.
Yeah, that's
But
awesome.
it was good. Covered a lot of key points. It was good.
Yeah, thanks,
Excellent.
Bernie.
Perfect.
Appreciate you, Bernie. But we will chat after and we'll get together and discuss a few things that we have coming up that's pretty exciting. So
Yeah,
All
looking
right.
forward to it. Looking forward to it.
awesome.
Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Yes, thank you. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Shannon. Appreciate all your help. Thanks, Stephen, Dennis, and Tracy for joining. All right, I'm going to end this. I guess I can just